Hey folks, welcome back to the shop. It's time to build something. I'm sick of this weather. It's been horrible and it's time to build something. The temperatures are finally up enough that I can actually warm this place well enough that I can work in it. So I got the heater cranked up. I started that up about an hour ago. And so this is going to be the first segment of, I don't know what to call it. I told you I was going to build some pieces that are already in my house. I don't know what to call this series. If you have an idea, let me know. I don't know what to call this series. The rebuild series, the recreation series, the whatever. I don't know. And right off the bat, this one's going to be a little bit different because it started out I was going to build a side table that had a drawer. And my wife said, no, I don't really want a drawer in it. And she said, and it's not big enough anyway. And she said, I actually like the table over there, but I don't like this and this and this about it. So I'm not really recreating anything in the house. I am, but I'm not. She likes everything about one of the tables except for a couple of pieces, a couple of details, and we can work around that. What I really like about this table, and I've been fascinated with this little side table for years, and it's the simple joinery that's in it. And I'll show you the piece here in a little bit. But before we get rolling too long, I need to mill down some lumber. And whenever I do that, I always cut it to approximate sizes because it's easier. If I'm trying to mill an 8-foot board, golly, that's, I have a benchtop planer or joiner, and it's impossible. So I always cut them up to approximate sizes, a little bit longer. I always take into consideration snipe on the planer. So I always add like 4 inches more than what my board is going to be. But yeah, it's just easier to mill that down if I cut them up into small pieces. So for that, I need to know how big my pieces are. So I have plans. That's my plans. Basically, the top is 12 inches wide by 24 inches long. And I need 4 legs at 26.5. That's my plans. But I know that I have to make a 30-inch pieces for the legs. Maybe I have enough. We'll find out. Hopefully I have enough oak in the shop, because otherwise I have to go out to the garage and dig. And if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I moved in May. And the wood was the first thing that came in the move. And it just got stacked in the garage. Well, as other things came, I was less and less able to get to the wood in the garage. So I think I have enough. We're going to just plow forward and see if I'm correct or not. And if not, I'll go move some stuff in the garage. We'll cancel this video and do something else. All right, let me get rolling on this. I'm going to get started milling. You don't need to watch all that. It's horrible and loud and terrible. I do need to find my earplugs though. So I've mentioned a lot of times that I use rough cut oak when I'm making these projects, and I got this oak at a crazy smoking deal. I got it at Kane Hardwoods in Kane, Pennsylvania. Anyway, I got it like 10 cents a board foot for oak. But rough cut lumber, you get what you get. Now, I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, but this board starts off nice and straight, and then it slopes down bad. This side is 1 inch to 1 1/16 inches. This side is closer to 7/8. And so when I say I have to mill down lumber, that's why I have to mill it down. I got a great price on it, and I got a bunch of it. But you have to work with it. Other thing. Okay, I have been milling lumber for about 3 hours, and I still have more to go, but I'm sick of milling lumber, so I'm going to do something else. I did go back out to the garage and brought in 3 more pieces of oak that are 8 foot-ish, because I forgot that I'm actually making 2 of these. You're going to see one, but I'm making 2. And because I have a 6-inch joiner, it's not quite going to be the dimensions that my wife wanted. We're going to be off by about 1/4 inch, but that's okay because I don't keep tape measures in the house so that she can check up on me. So what I'm going to do is glue together what's going to be the legs. And if I've planned this right, which you know me, I didn't, I should be able to get 4 legs out of one glue up. So this is 4 legs, and no, that doesn't make sense. 1.25 inches, 1.25 inches. No, I'm wrong. I'm so wrong. I thought I'd get 4 out of here, and I'm not. They're going to be 1.25 inches. Unless I want to make them an inch. Inch and a quarter, inch and a quarter, inch and a quarter. Oh, I can get 4 out of 1. I don't know why you guys were doubting me. So I'm just going to glue this up, and I've jointed one side, planed the other, did not edge join them yet. I'm going to do that after the glue up so that it's the same all the way through. And then after that, then I can cut them down on a table saw to whatever size I want. Glue has been happy in the house for 2 weeks. Oh, sure. Ooh, okay. Okay, must be working. Oh, that's the ugly side. Let's put that inside. Right? Yeah, let's do that. And because most of my smaller clamps are currently being used for something other than woodworking, I'm going to have to get creative on this. Okay, it just doesn't. Yeah, I think I'm all clogged up. I got to clean this. Okay, got that working. Forgot to hit play, record, something. The really cool guys have a squeegee. I don't have a squeegee. So what am I going to use instead? I have cardboard. That's what I have. And I have scissors, and I'm not afraid to use them. Okay. Squeegee away. The squeegee method is solid. I like it. Except I did both sides. Put it there. Okay. Okay, and then we'll glue this one. And what I'm going to do is, oh, what an idiot. Did I not do that all the way? Well, it's too late now. Pay no attention to the fact that I didn't plane that all the way down. It'll be on the inside. What I'll do is clamp both of these together with the same clamps. That's probably why it looked funny when I was lining them up. Oh, by the way, oh man, this is so much. Okay, that's enough. The old glue started thickening up on me. And I don't know, you know, I'm cheap. I ain't going to buy new glue. So I added some water to it and stirred it up. Seems all right. Oh, I mean to tell you, we got glue everywhere. Let's just not. Oh, geez. It's so out of control. because we don't want to glue these together. These are two separate dealios here. Oh, it's everywhere. It is so everywhere. Okay, that's glued up. Sure, it'll look better once it's cut into 1 1/4-inch blocks, I think. So we're gonna let that percolate overnight. One, because it done got late on me. Not super late, but we're well into the afternoon. Milling up lumber takes forever, but I got it cheap. What am I gonna do? That, and it's about 200 degrees in here, and I'm starting to sweat. So I'm gonna shut her down for tonight, let this dry up. I have I have the top and one of the 2 shelves for one of them mostly milled. And that's what I have to finish tomorrow, is milling up the shelves. And tomorrow I'll show you what it is I'm actually making. So far you have no idea. You've just been listening to me talk. And yet you're still here. And that's why I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, new day. I went ahead and took these out of clamps. These are what's going to become my legs. As I said when I glued them up, I didn't worry too much about getting them perfectly lined up and everything like that. I'm going to edge join these now that they're glued together, and that way I know it's going to be correct. I have 2 of my shelves milled to within 1/8 inch, and I decided to stop there, let them breathe a little bit. And and I have to mill for 1 more shelf. So I'm going to go ahead and edge joint these, because I have to get the shelves in clamps and get them glued up. And then I don't know what after that. So I'm going to go ahead and start milling these up. Okay, off of the camera, I've been fiddling probably for the past, I don't know, hour, getting my legs done. Not these legs, these legs. And so there you go. They're all put together. And what I did, and I can see that I didn't necessarily nail it, but it's pretty good. I cut them down to within 1/8 or 3/16 on both sides, all the way around. And I just ran them through the planer to get them down to final size. And what that does is it makes them all uniform, and it also takes all the saw marks out. So now, when I'm ready to do this, these just need sanded and they're ready to roll. No heartache. I have to get my 3 shelves done, and that involves more planing. Okay, I got some updates. Shelves are down to final size. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use these ones. Oh boy, because they cracked while I was. Oh, that one just broke, and a big chunk of it just broke off. You know, so it happens. You know, it's wood. Wood's going to do what wood does, but it's to the point that I can see you through that. So I don't even think I can salvage anything off of that. That's probably going to become firewood. So I'm going to glue these 2 up and then start milling down for more shelves. So if I can get these 2 in glue, at least that'll be done. And what I did was I jointed them, see, that way, side by side, so that when you unfold them, your glue up is spot on. No gaps, no fuss, no muss. But mark them so you know which side is supposed to go to which side. That one, I don't know if you can see it, is marked with a circle. Okay. This one is marked with a triangle. Well, why didn't you do a triangle on that one? Well, because I don't want to get the pieces messed up. But I'm looking at this, and this glue up's going to go so easy because it's not going to take barely any clamping power at all. And then I'll have to cut this down to size. I discussed with the wife that it's not going to be 12 inches wide. It's probably going to be closer to 11 3/4. And she said, that's fine. It has to fit a lamp, has to fit a cup of coffee. That's what it has to do. Coffee. I need coffee. That's not coffee, that's water. Anyway, let me get on this. I'll get these glued up here. Actually, I can just, I'll probably just leave you on. And these are just my El Cheapo Harbor Freight clamps that I actually, I love them. I think they're great. Everyone says, oh, they twist when you crank too hard on them. Well, don't crank too hard on them. Make your glue joints better. Sorry, I'm just a nobody woodworker. Okay, I got way too much stuff all in the way. Okay, got these cut down to man. I also had to run inside and get my glue because it goes to bed with me at night now. It doesn't really, but it goes in the house. So, and I figured if I was going to go in there to do that, then, might as well make a sandwich for lunch because, I'm hungry. All right. Okay. So we'll just get the other one in clamps and then back to milling lumber again. Okay. So again, really nice glue joints. Not sure. Wow. What's, okay. Not sure if I'm going to get this finished this week. Took me a lot longer to mill stuff up than what I thought it was going to. It's been a while since I actually had to mill up some lumber, a substantial amount anyway, for a project. And so I underestimated. I'm not going to lie. And then tomorrow is Sunday, and there's some kind of football game or something. I don't know. So I might get these in clamps and then call it for this week. Call that building suspense. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and change out the other one and get that next panel glued up. I am going to call it for this week because even here on a Saturday afternoon late, I still have shelves to glue up. So, and that's going to put me well past Tuesday to get this thing done. So next week, we'll just be ready to start assembly and doing all the pretty stuff. And so until then, I guess enjoy, well, when you're watching this, the Super Bowl would have been over. I hope your team won, whichever team that was. I don't even know who's playing. I'm in it for the commercials and the food. So I'll see you next week where we're going to finally put these two animals together. And I'll actually show you next week what it is we're building because you still haven't seen it yet. But in the meantime, thanks for hanging out for a while. I'll see you on the next one. God bless.